perspective of what it is to be a man and how to be a man is two definitions. So manhood is based off of pretty much your raising in respect, dignity, self-respect, regards to not only to yourself but those around you.
Do you believe that manhood comes at a certain age?
I believe that manhood do come at a certain age. As you grow up, you learn through trials and errors. Without that, you're not going to become a man until you understand some downfalls. In order to learn from those downfalls, in order to become a man or a person or who you need to be. I mean, you can't become a man overnight. You have to sometimes endure some things in life in order for you to really appreciate what it is to become a grown-up, a man, defined by man and raised by man, not by others, but by man. You have to really understand that mentality.
Because a person has matured physically, does that make them a man?
Absolutely not. Physically does not define who you are. Physically does not define your competency. The physical does not define your maturity. You know, that's a whole different two different categories within itself. Just because you're tall and big does not allow you to become a man. That does not define that at all. Read that again.
Do you agree with the statement that everyone has experienced something in their life that has made them a man?
In due time, yes, I do agree with that. In due time, as you grow older, as you become older, as you experience things, as you learn through trial and error, that you will understand the terminology. What is it to become a man, and manhood? How you're going to grow up to become a man. It doesn't happen overnight. It happens one little step at a time. If a lot of people say that I'm a man, it must be something of tragic. But not always you can experience what it is to be a man. And a man is also defined as growing up with maturity, understanding who you are, what you are, and what it is for you to be able to become a man. Yeah, it does. That's not about legally or illegally. It's how he earns a living honestly. That he can go to bed and understand that he's done something right in life. If you know wrong is wrong, and you accept those responsibilities and those consequences. Failure to not understand that, failure not to respect that, eventually if it don't come now, it'll come later. And that does not make you a man. That makes you a coward. It makes you less than a man because you're not living up to the standards of what it is to be a man. Honesty, dignity, respect, and pride. These have changed how younger Americans have defined what men are. But none of those things change. They never change. Certain things stay the same. A man will show a child or his son to become a man through the steps of what it is to be a man with respect, honor, dignity, pride. Those things are always going to be the same. There will never be no difference in between. But how you define it as to be a man just because you want to hold your pants up and you want to put your chest out and stuff like that. There are things in life that you cannot experience right now that you will experience later to understand what it is to become a man. Make sense?
In your own words.
Someone who takes care of his family.
Okay. What characteristics do a man, in your own opinion, possess?
To take responsibility for their own actions. Some trauma?
Trauma. Like, that forced them to grow up.
I think experience plays a lot into becoming a man.
Okay. If a young man has fulfilled a grown man's duty due to the absence of some person, should that young man be considered a man?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Can a man still be a man if he does not provide and support his family?
Absolutely not.
Okay, can you still be a man if you make your money illicit or legit under any circumstances? Illegal or legal?
No, legal.
It's got to be legal. Okay. as a man, should you be willing to take risks?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Because if you're a man, you can recover from them.
Nice. Well, thank you for your time, sir.
Hi, my name is Jalen Washington. I'm 17. I'm a senior at Rich South High School. I feel like manhood is just maturing in life as a boy. I feel like, in particular, you don't have to like, it's not about what you like, girls or boys. It's just based on you being a man, because even though I'm homosexual, I'm still a man. No, because I feel like that's not based on money. No, because I feel you are a man, but it could just make you a more mature man, because there's different levels of being a man.
So looks don't matter?
No, not at all. Basically, I feel like you're a man. Like, if you're born a man, you mean based on like a good man, pretty much, like a typical.
Yeah. As a man that does drugs or...
No, because that's not a real man. You should go to school and just get a good education and get a job and a career from there, because selling drugs and doing stuff like that, that's not a life. That's a life on the edge where it could shut down easily and fast. That's because, like, in life you face problems, and as you either come across those problems, like, and succeed or fail, like, you learn from it. Of course.
A young man or like a man?
A young man, because I'm still young and I'm still learning. Like, I feel you don't reach your typical manhood until you like in your career, you're like on your own and stuff. Like, I'm still living with my parents and everything, so I consider myself a young man. Not at all, because I'm still a boy, or as y'all say, a man in particular. Like, just because I like a different sex doesn't like make you not a man, because I'm still doing the same things that a regular boy would do.